So I'm here with my friend Remie, who I don't really know well, so we get to know each other here. And
Yep.
the thing that stood out to me about Remie was he does a great job making videos and thumbnails. And if you don't make good thumbnails, people don't see your stuff. So I noticed you because of your thumbnails and your production value. So why don't you tell us where you got that experience?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. Super nice. And my background, I am a freelance photographer, and I'm doing that professionally now for I think 13 years. And before that, I already as a kid in my teens, I did a lot with cameras with my friends in the skate park on the BMX. And at some point, I was like, I saw some vlogs on YouTube, and maybe that was like back in 2016, 2015. And I started experimenting with vlogging. And back then, it wasn't about FPV; it was just random, like everybody did. And then at some point, I forgot about it, and then I got into FPV. This is just a quick run through, and then I thought, why not start documenting the journey? And that's when it started. The rest is history. So that's now about
Were you
three years ago, I guess.
were
Yeah,
you
three
doing it
years.
with did you go straight into FPV or were you using like DJI camera drones first?
Um, well, it's actually pretty funny because I'm in photography for a long time, and a lot of people ask me, "Do you use drones?" And I was like, "Nah, it's just a gimmick and not really my thing." And at some point, I had a client, and he really wanted drone shots, and it was a nice gig. So I thought, okay, I will just buy the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and then I will see. And then I went flying it for the first time, just testing it out, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I think it was the first or the second time I started flying this thing through my car window, putting the windows down and doing
You did
the
it with the
gap
Mini
to
3?
23, and then
Because I'm like, that actually has 6-inch props, doesn't it? I think it has 6-inch props.
oh no, it's pretty small. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
no, it is. It
I
is.
don't
But
have
if
the
you actually pull out the props, it's actually 6 inches.
okay.
It's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
and well, I have a van, so the windows are pretty big. But and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But of course, I crashed it, and then I was like, okay, maybe I should do this with something else. And that's how it started. And I knew about FPV. I had seen it before. I think already seen it before COVID. And but at the time, I just handed the money for it because I just started my business, and I just handed the money to get into the FPV stuff. And then after COVID, so 2022, I guess. Yes, the September 2022, I bought the Avada 1, and yeah, then eventually the O3, and I built my first custom 5-inch in December of 2022. And you can all look it back on my channel, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you did you do any of those extreme sports that you were filming? Like were you just into it, like you liked filming it before with the cameras and stuff? Or did you do BMX and skateboarding and that kind
Yeah,
of stuff too?
I was into freestyle BMX, and
Okay.
very active, and yeah, really the whole lifestyle. As a teen, it was my lifestyle, just to call it. And I think it's really cool that now with FPV I can relive that time, but without all the injuries. And but it basically sometimes just feels the same, with the adrenaline, and
Oh
especially with
yeah.
freestyle, the challenges. So I think it's a very cool FPV is a very cool mix of all my passions, with the camera, BMX. I also have been a time that I was into cars, modifying cars. So that's the technical part, and FPV is a like very strange, cool mix of all those things.
Hi, Brick. um, what was it? Yeah, if I go to a skate park, it's like one or the other. Sometimes they're like, awesome, this is awesome, and they're happy for you to be there, or it's like, if you come near me, I'm gonna punch you, get out of here.
Yeah. I've never returned to the skate park with a drone yet, so
No?
No. That time is most of my friends. From that time I don't see anymore. So I think we all moved on.
Yeah, that happens. I feel like that happens with this, like being a creator and whatever. It's hard to find. It's hard to find like for instance, I found a like-minded individual on the other side of the world or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Whereas in your area, to find a 40-year-old dude that wants to make content and have fun, like
Yeah.
where are they? It's hard to find them. So that's another
Yeah.
reason this is fun, because it's like, okay, I'm not a psychopath. You like it too,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, sometimes it feels weird when you are at a birthday or something and they ask, "What do you do in your free time?" And then I tell them about the drones, and then I see them looking at me like, "Wait, you fly with It's like playing with drones." And then I always feel a bit awkward when I try to explain it. But yeah, I know I'm happy that I found an online community with like-minded people.
Yeah. And okay, being a photographer, I have to bother you for this, because I'm just like, what were you thinking? Because I'm like, so with Remy, I saw him flying, and I'm just like, he's flying at like 12 o'clock in the blasting sunlight. And I'm just like, no, you need to be flying at golden hour. And
I know.
if you watch his last two videos, they're so beautiful, and it makes me so happy. I'm like, yes, Remy, this is the way.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's also the reality of being a father, and I guess, because well, now it's winter, so the time I can fly automatically lines up with the golden hour. But during summer, it's a bit harder to go out late at night and or later at night and fly my drone, because of how we manage the whole family thing. But I wish, yeah, I totally agree. It looks way better when you fly with golden hour.
Yeah, were you not happy, like when you looked at the footage after? Did it like
Oh,
click?
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
pretty cool because the freestyle is a lot of freestyle guys don't really, don't really think about that kind of stuff. But so every once in a while, you notice a pilot that kind of combines the freestyle and the cinematic stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. I think I want to do more with that stuff.
oh,
That
absolutely. It makes such a huge difference. It's just like natural light if you're taking a portrait during certain times, I just charge 2 packs, and hopefully I can get them in. And I usually wait till golden hour, because I'm just like, yes. Because the best footage I ever got was actually from a Runcam thumb. I don't know it was just golden hour, and the sky and the building, the reflections, it was like vanilla sky. It was just so beautiful. And it just shows that it's like a GoPro would have looked better, but what made the video so good was just the lighting and everything, right? So it's just,
yeah.
why miss out on that if you don't have to, right?
Yeah, that's true. I think the hardest part is that golden hour is pretty small. What do you say?
It's an hour.
It doesn't last. It doesn't last very long. So when I'm out, I
Yeah,
usually fly for about 2.5 hours or something.
yeah.
So,
Okay,
but
you talk to me
technically, I
about
could.
being married. Talk to me about being married and stuff, and he goes flying for 2 hours, Ariel. See, I only fly 2 packs. That's because I lose my drone, and then I have to spend 4 hours trying to find it. Oh man.
Pretty funny. My wife still has no idea what I'm actually doing in the field, and of course, sometimes I show her, and then she looks at it and she's like, "Oh, I'm getting so dizzy, and this is not fun to watch." and 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 and, and she still thinks that I'm flying that Mini 3 Pro in the field. So so every time we are outside and we see someone flying a DJI drone, she says, "Oh, do you know that guy?" No, it's completely different.
No, he's a loser.
It's a loser. It's a fake. Yeah.
That's not a real pilot.
Oh.
You know what? When I started making content, it was for a reptile channel. And my
Oh.
wife told me, yeah, that's how it all started for me. So I got like experience from doing it there. So then when I made the drone channel, I was already used to it a bit. But my wife told me I'm boring. Yeah, see, she's like, you're boring.
Oh.
And that was one of the best things that ever happened to me, because then it's like, okay, gonna be more interesting. But I'm also, I don't know, I'm kind of like, I have a personality, but I don't get excited unless things are pretty extreme or stupid. So I'm not the type of person that will, like, be able to do a review. Like, I don't know if you've seen Chase Momo. You've seen Chase Momo? Like, I'll
Mm-mm.
watch him with my kid. He's really like excited, but he's like, "Oh, look, I got a cute little drone and its name is Wisp," or like he'll make it really fun, and like it's good, but it's not me. Like for me, I'm kind of like, let me tell
I'm
you
looking
the
it up.
things I think are most important. You've seen him.
Yeah. Oh, yes, this guy. Yeah. It's yeah. Now we are going all over, but it's so weird. It's sometimes I'm suddenly come across a pretty big FPV YouTuber that I've never seen before. It's crazy how the algorithm works. Sometimes it
Yeah,
makes
I love when
your
that
world very
happens.
small.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's so I just see the same guys over and over, and then suddenly someone says, "Hey, do you know this guy?" And it's suddenly this
yeah,
guy 23,500 subscribers. It's
yeah. Yo,
FPV,
you
so
never
I'm
saw him
not.
before?
Well, I think I recognize his face, but
Yeah.
it's not like he's in my recommendations daily or something.
Okay. There's another
But may
guy.
but
He's from England or something, and he is Patrick W or whatever. And what he does episodes where he like just sits there and looks at all sorts of freestyle pilots. So it'll
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like an
Patrick
hour.
Watkins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
he does those episodes, and that's how I'll find new pilots too.
Ah, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's just interesting in the I don't know, like when you look around, what do you search for? Are you searching for like reviews to learn about drones, or are you looking for freestyle pilots, or what is it about FPV that like kind of gets your
Yeah.
juices going?
Well, I really got into it because of the freestyle part, because the similarities with BMX. And at the time, I had no idea that actually a bigger part of it was more the technical side. So when I got into it, I noticed that a lot of people, or most people, like building drones and watching reviews, but that's not really. I watch it sometimes when it's really related to what I want to do, but I'm generally just watching a lot of freestyle. And sometimes I like to watch Grim Ripper. He makes it's a shame that he isn't uploading as much
Yeah.
lately, but I really like this kind of videos, kind of the vlogs. Patrick Watkins, of course, very nice. Um, but yeah, every once in a while I watch a Joshua Barfield video, but I'm not really.
Well, Joshua Bardwell is like a necessary evil. It's kind of
Yeah,
it's
it
like
is.
I need to learn how to do this. Oh, there's a 40-minute video.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me find the answer.
yeah, yeah,
No,
but yeah, I don't have. I'm just very interested in the 5-inch and in the freestyle stuff. So I don't have any whoops or other size drones. So yeah, but when someone a lot of reviews are about 3.5-inch, and then I'm already like, it's not really what I'm going to fly, so I don't really watch that kind of stuff.
Okay, so we got to send you a 3.5 so that you understand. But tell me about your prototype. Is that for you or is it for someone else? Because you said you're flying a 5-inch prototype. So
Well,
tell
yeah,
us about that.
it's not my frame, so it's not my design. It's a friend, and he asked me if I wanted to try it for him, and yeah, I can't really tell you about how it looks
Fine,
or
fine.
what is different, but it's a really nice
It's
frame,
cool.
especially now. Sorry.
Nice,
Oh,
nice,
um,
nice, nice.
and it's really nice, especially now. with Impulse RC shutting down. I used to fly
Mhm.
the Apex a lot, and I'm pretty sure there will be parts available for a while, but eventually I had to switch anyway. So it's a nice coincidence that I'm flying something else now.
And you're always on DJI?
Yeah,
Okay, so no analog?
that's also why I got the Avada back then, because I was looking into everything, and then I saw the Avada with the O3. That was the first system with the O3 or FPV system with O3, and then I read that the air unit was coming anytime soon. So I thought, okay, I will buy the Avada with the goggles and with the remote, and then I'll eventually get the O3 and build a 5-inch with that. So that's and then I stuck with DJI for until now. I did get rid of the remote, by the way.
You don't like flying with the handle?
No. It was the
Oh,
it was the RC thing, but it was way too small. The gimbals are super small, so it's like you're flying.
so you're a pincher?
I'm a pincher, yeah. You're
See,
not.
I have this weird theory that I just think no one should be pinching.
I have tried to thump, and in the simulator it went really well, and then I went outside and it was horrible.
See, so this is what I think. I think that the pilots from before all had those giant radios, right? So they couldn't thumb; they had to grab. But of course you do. But when you look at gamers, when you look at anyone playing video games, when you see anyone playing video games, do you see any of them doing this for more precision? Never, right?
No.
But the big difference though is that also the sticks on the joysticks are long. So your thumbs have to reach further and it strains them. So if you cut the stick short and you get rid of all the tension, like see the thumb can go to full throttle like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
But if the stick's up here, then you can't, you hurt yourself, right? So
but
I don't know.
You cut your sticks in half?
Yeah, like so I took a Dremel and I cut the stick off. And then I made like a gamepad, right?
And
so,
you can still, but if you're handling a powerful quad, you can still, because it feels like it's such a short.
That's the point though. There's no resistance. Like it becomes natural. And that's the other thing. Almost no tension. Because if you have tension, then you're fighting when you don't want to fight. You want to have no resistance. That way your inputs, the drone just says, you say do this, and the drone's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. As opposed to like...
It totally makes sense. And at some point, I agree, and I really tried, and maybe I will after this. Now I'm flying.
Cut your gimbal, cut them, make them loose, and then you're gonna be like, man, I hate you. You ruined it. Just order an extra set of gimbals off of AliExpress or whatever to mess around with it, right? But that's my little. I'm gonna actually make a whole video about it because logically it makes sense, right? It's just
it does.
Because otherwise you would see gamers like like playing Counter-Strike like this, like because you watched Mr. Steele, right?
Yeah.
Because Mr. Steele made a video where he explained how he's a hybrid pincher, right? Like how I hold it like this and then I guide it like this, and after that everyone started like Mr. Steele, right? He did that show like I'm a hybrid pincher.
Oh man, and it's actually true because that's why I started pinching. I think because I started with Mr. Steele videos, and then I thought, oh, this guy is doing it like this, so I must do it. Yeah.
But he's also flying a drone that weighs a pound, right?
Yep.
You have to find what works for you, right? And that's for everyone, right? What I love about Mr. Steele found kind of what worked for him. And it's so important too, because it's so easy to kind of try all these different things. But when you get used to flying the same thing all the time, you get that the oneness with the drone where you kind of, you become one with it. And you can't get that unless you're used to the drone and it has a decent tune.
Yeah.
You probably noticed the difference when you I don't know, for you, what's the first thing that you flew where it was like, oh yes.
Ooh. Well, the first drone, there's also a little bit of a controversial topic, I feel, to talk about what firmware
Good,
you
good. Let's
fly.
do it. Good.
But I started with Betaflight, and for 6 months, I think I also made videos about it. I just couldn't get it right, but it was also because I had no idea about tuning. So I had all these weird twitches, and I was busy with it in the field all the time.
What
And
drone was
instead of
it?
what drone?
What drone was it? Yeah.
It was an Armaten
Okay.
Badger frame, 5-inch.
Badger. Okay, that's a
Badger.
smaller one though. Isn't the Badger like a 4-inch?
Is it? No, it's not the Badger. I know. No, it was the 5-inch.
Okay, it was the Marmot. Marmot or
Yeah,
the
it was the Marmot, but with the reposable arms, because the Marmot is one piece.
Okay. Yeah.
What was the name? Well, let me check. Armaten.
Yeah. There's a
And
couple of those.
anyway, I couldn't get it right. And Badger. Badger is a 5-inch. I see. 5 and
Okay,
6.
they have a. I swear they made a small one. What's the small one
also,
then? Check it. It's like a beaver or something.
Rooster or something. The rooster. But anyway,
There's the gecko, the rooster, all those things.
I couldn't get it right back then, and then I was 6 months in, and I met the first other FPV pilot in real life, also a Dutch guy, and he was on the team of KISS Ultra. He was a test pilot. So yeah, he said, "Yeah, I can't really help you with Betaflight, but I can help you with KISS Ultra. So with all the settings and stuff." So at that point, I just got the KISS Ultra, and
you dropped a couple bags.
Sorry,
you dropped a couple bags.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
So did you get the Volterra? Did you get the Volterra with it?
Yeah, but back then it was the Volterra wasn't available, so it was
okay.
just or wasn't out yet, so it was just the KISS Ultra V2, and eventually Volterra came out, and then I switched to Volterra as well, the ESC. Yeah, and it's I know it's a bit more expensive, but the support is so great when you have questions, or when I break it, I can send it back and they will fix it for free. And the Ultra Dev is
the flight controller. If you break the flight controller, they'll fix it for free.
Yeah, of course. When you submerge it into water, it can't be fixed. But if you fix when you destroy the gyro or something, you can send it back,
into
and then they will.
Wall.
But and the developer is in the same country as me, so it's also kind of bit of supporting the locals, and I'm totally familiar with the firmware itself. So yeah, I don't really feel like switching to back to Betaflight right now.
Okay,
but I'm not I'm not really the kind of guy that says Betaflight is shit or KISS Ultra is the best. Or I mean, I've seen guys flying Betaflight who absolutely rip, and I've seen guys flying Ultra that absolutely rip. So
there, he was complaining early about his lighting, and then I'm there with the sun beating on the side of my face. So I'm like, there we go. Now, whatever. It's. Oh yeah. So
I see someone saying in the chat that I see someone in the chat talking about the Pit Toolbox Discord, and that's right. I'm now. I tried to learn some stuff about tuning, so and it was very hard to find good information, because I feel like there's a lot of, let's say, misinformation out there. So at some point I decided to join the Pit Toolbox Discord to learn more about tuning. And I have to say, it's a really interesting journey. It's super interesting what is going on inside a flight controller.
Yeah. Tuning, basically, I spent years trying to find a good tune, and I kind of made my own whatever. And it's probably not perfect for everything, but I shove it on everything. And like, people give me crap about that. They're like, no, there's no such thing as a good tune for everything. But I literally put it on 65s to 5 inches, and it's like I don't want to fly anything else. Like it flies perfectly for me. So maybe
Yeah.
you gotta drop it and just try it for a few flights and see how you feel.
If it works, it works. I think that's also
Yeah.
pretty interesting about tuning, because when you have the real tuning guys, they're really like, "Oh no, you're not. The drone is not following the set point, and they are going crazy over graphs." And then you have someone like Oplume, the pilot, the pilot from France. He flies so crazy with just a preset from Kiss Ultra. So
Yeah.
then it's always like a fight between the best pilots are just flying whatever, and then you have the tuning guys who are saying, "Oh, the graphs aren't right, and you have to
Yeah.
do this and that."
Well, see, like one of the things like photography, you understand photography. So you know now the look of AI images, right?
Yeah,
And some people like really natural, some people like really soft. Like personally for me, I like taking an image and kind of pushing it to the point where it almost looks fake and then dialing it back a bit. Like so more like extreme, more intense,
yeah, yeah,
but just bring it back like so push it there and then just bring it back till it looks like it could be real. And so the same thing kind of with a tune. You can push a tune to the point where it's perfect when the props are new, and then if you crack up your props, the tune falls apart. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
like the tune to be pushed to kind of like that point, and then dial it back enough that it's soft enough that it can come back home if you screw it up or something, right? So it's like
yeah,
push it all the
yeah.
way and then dial it back so that you have that kind of like safety net.
And it's also pretty interesting what happens when you do that's what the band guys do. They tune the quad, but they push it even further. So if you would read it out in black box, it would look absolutely horrible with oscillations and overshoot. But these, yeah, when you see them fly, they go crazy.
Yeah.
It's
You
very
you know
interesting. So,
Farouk.
yeah,
Farouk,
yeah,
is
yeah,
that how you say
yeah,
his name? Like he's Farouk and Marius, they're like it's funny because I never really got into S-Bang because I don't have giant fields and whatever. I just got skyscrapers everywhere. So I
yeah,
love
yeah,
diving. That's my stupid just I love diving. But I love watching Spang pilots. Like but Farouk was like just my favorite. And then his mom died and then he disappeared for a while. I don't know if he'll ever really come back, but him and you've seen the other guy. Ox Plume's amazing and Phoenix.
Blackbird.
Phoenix? Is it Phoenix or Phoenix?
I think Phoenix. I don't know.
Phoenix. Okay. We're talking about drones, suspect. I don't know if you're into FPV, but basically you fly these drones, you wear like a VR goggle, and you get to see everything inside the drone. So we like doing that. Yeah, okay. What's your favorite part of FPV? Least favorite part?
Ooh. Well, yeah, the favorite part is flying. um,
I like
ooh.
fixing crap when it doesn't work.
Yeah, no. I was just about to say that I don't. I think I dislike the building part the most, but I'm too proud to buy
Oh,
a bind fly.
shame.
Yeah, I know. It's but
I
every
love
time.
building.
Oh,
I hate programming. I hate the programming, but I love the
oh.
building. It's relaxing.
No, I can go on in with the tune forever and with settings, but the soldering and
Oh,
at some point I someone asked me what kind of solder are you using. So I sent a picture of my solder, and he said, "No, you've been soldering with lead-free solder." And that's super hard. So he sent me the link what I should buy, and well, ever since it has been going very easy.
yeah.
But still, the first time you have to plug in to see if you have no shorts, and I always yeah,
Smoke
it's
stopper.
yeah, no, I use
I
smoke
always
stoppers,
say
but
they're for girls, but I use it now too. Why not?
no, but then I use a smoke stopper, and then it's short somewhere, and then you have to take everything apart again, and you want to fly tomorrow, and no, it's
No, that never happens because you do it right the first time. What you have to do is you have to set it up psychologically better for you, okay? You have to have your the fan that sucks all the thing out of your eyes. You have one of
yeah,
those, and you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
have it like an album, like a sexy album that you play this music and you're like,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, and you get
I'm
into
going
it.
to write it down.
Yeah, they're just like golden hour, right? Only fly during golden hour, only solder when you're not in a rush. Because it's like, I'm going to build this in 1 hour. It's like 4 hours
Yeah.
later.
And at first, I was always flying one drone. Because at some point I got a second drone, just a backup 5-inch, because
Yeah.
with freestyle stuff breaks. And but when you have two drones, the first one will never break. It's like voodoo
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And so at some point I was like, yeah, now do I even need the second one? So at some point I used it for spare parts, and I had one drone again, and then everything went to shit again.
That is so true. It's funny because I tell everyone that's starting to buy a Meteor Pro 75, I'm like, buy two of them. Because the first one, if it breaks, then you have the second one, and then when that breaks, you take the parts from the first one. But I swear, everyone that buys two, their little stupid drone lasts forever. And for me, everything I destroy everything. Like I destroy everything, and I destroy it or I lose it. Like just bad things happen to me. I'm that person where just the most worst things happen to me.
But how do you lose it in the city? Because I've never flown FPV in the city, but I
Okay,
imagine skyscrapers, concrete, no
yeah. So
grass,
so
no water.
so the last one was horrible because it was just like I've had this drone. So I designed a 3.5 inch to just take a beating, like freestyle to make it as light, tight, and strong kind of as possible. So it's a little 3.5, but I like using electronics for a 5 inch. Like I like overdoing it. It's kind of like
Nice.
you have a VTX that does 2 watts, so you only run it at 1 watt. You have ESCs that can take 45 amps, but they're only using like 20. I really like that kind of having double what you need so that it's just
Yeah.
always safe. So I have this build, and it's 4 millimeter carbon also, and I've been smashing the crap out of it. It's kind of like my second drone. So I have the one that I have the filming thing on, and this is supposed to be this is the nice drone. We don't be an idiot with it. Don't be an idiot. And then we have the dumb drone where it's like it has the F7 flight controller, nice parts, but it's just for smashing around. And
Yeah.
it's been smashed full speed, brick walls. It's lasted a long time. And then a buddy of mine gave me some analog cameras, and in there was a Foxeer Predator V5, and I'm like, oh yes, this is a good camera. And I got like an external DVR so that I could have better footage out of the analog, because it had the analog footage without any breakup.
Okay.
And I'm flying it, and the DVR, I thought that the DVR was making the whole screen go black, but I think something was off with the camera. So I took off the DVR, thinking now the problems are going to be gone. I thought it was the DVR was interfering, like it was sucking the voltage or it was doing something weird. So I'm flying this setup, and I just take it for a rip diving. My in-laws have like they live in these like skyscraper buildings. So I'm diving down the building, and then it starts going black. The screen goes black. And then what I do is I catch myself, because usually I know I can float around for a while and then it'll come back. So I catch myself, I'm floating around for a while, but the screen never comes back. So now I'm like, whatever. I cut it so it drops. But for all that time, that I should have just let it maybe go down. But because I spent so much time hovering with the black screen, who knows where the heck it went. And then I spent 4 hours trying to find it. I skipped dinner. I got in trouble with the wife, and she gets mad at me, but I'm like, that's my whole setup, my beautiful setup. And I just took, you know how like sometimes sometimes you fly a drone for a year, and then winter comes or whatever, I like to take it apart, clean it all, put a fresh strap on, rebuild it. So I just did that. So it was all fresh and nice, new prints and everything, and then it's just gone. So it's so sad. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's hard to lose a drone. I luckily until now I've able to find mine back every time I lost it. Let me think. Yeah, I built my 5-inch, and after a month, I crashed it in the water. And I was flying at the spot, and then I hit the tree branch, and I disarmed, and the screen went black also. So I started walking to the spot, and I couldn't. I was looking around, and where's my drone? And then I saw there was some water, and I thought I was seeing some bubbles. So I thought, oh no, please don't let it be. And eventually I had to leave because I had a photo gig, and then I got back with I don't know the English name for it. Those pants, those super big leather pants you can pull up onto your shoulders.
I don't know what
And
they're called either, but sure.
And I got into the water, and I started looking for it. It was, and someone went with me. And he was like, "You're never going to find it back." And I was so determined to find it, so I kept looking. After 20 minutes, I found it, and it's yeah, a lot of stuff I could save, but yeah, it was too bad after 1 month of flying and losing your drone.
But then when you got it,
oh sorry, what?
did you go under when you got it yourself, or did you fish it out?
No, it wasn't deep enough. I didn't need to go underwater. It was like my legs, so a leg deep or something.
Okay.
So I went, I could reach it with my hands, and then I was looking with a stick. I was poking with a stick, and then I felt it, and I found it back.
No,
And
they're
I
called
even have it-
waders. He's right. Overall.
And I even have it in a vlog, so it's it's pretty nice about the channel that I'm able to document so many things, because at the time it really hurts, but now looking back at it, it's a fun story.
Yeah, people love when bad things happen to you for some reason, you know?
Yeah.
It's just guys, you know, we're just troublemakers. You're just like, yes. or we connect because we did that too, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
My dad lives on a lake, and I'm flying a 3-inch at the time, and it went in the water, and at the bottom of the water, it's all seaweed.
Ooh.
And it was like, it probably was like 50 feet from the shore. So I immediately, and it's cold as crap. So I immediately run into the house. I get a pair of goggles, and I'm under the water trying to find this bloody thing.
Well,
I'm trying to find it for like an hour, and when I'm just about to give up, I found it. And it was like
feeling is
in
crazy.
the seaweed. It's such a good this is the thing with FPV. There's something about the high of highs and low of lows. You know,
Yeah,
you go through
yeah.
these horrible things. Like whenever I try to do a build and I'm like, it's gonna be built in 2 hours and it takes 6, I'm just like, this sucks. I hate this so much. But then when you
Yeah.
plug it in and you do your hover test and it floats, there's something inside you that's like, I did this. You know, it's like that guy on the island, you know, when he makes the fire. It's like every time you complete a build, it's like,
Yeah. Ooh,
it ended.
it is.
I'm
Yeah,
a genius.
And so sometimes I can't even believe it that like, for instance, when it was in the water, then somewhere in the back of my head it was like, I'm never going to find it. But on the other hand, on the other shoulder, I had my angel saying, keep looking.
You're poking
Yeah.
for it, like
Yeah.
you found it, right? I'm bloody
One more step,
snorkeling.
one more step. Well, maybe one more step, and then you suddenly find it. Yeah.
And actually, funny thing with that one is, it has a flight controller from TBS. They made something. It was called the Pod Racer. That's what that flight controller, the all-in-one. So it was one of the really good first all-in-ones back in the day. It has the M6000 gyro and whatever. But after it came out of the water, everything worked except for the voltage. Like it won't tell me the voltage, so it just kind of flashes on 0.
Yeah.
So I kind of kept it as like a relic. Yeah, so I kind of kept it just like, this is it. this is like the one drone that it's special to me because this was the first drone that I flew that I just loved. And the guy that made it, it's called the Patch Ray, and it was sold on TBS's website. But I saw this thing fly, and I'm just like, it flies so nice and balanced. And the battery's underneath, and then a naked GoPro on top. And the guy that designed it, he is in Dubai. He's a Russian guy in Dubai, and I became friends with him, and he taught me a lot. And it was kind of like the way that it's just so tight, and it flies so beautifully. Like, so I became friends with him, and that was just for years and stuff. And then I started designing my own, kind of inspired by this. But what happened was someone flew a drone into an airplane or something, and then Dubai got rid of drones. So it's like no one's allowed to fly FPV unless they spend like $300 a day for like a permit. So if you're doing some job, then you could, but you have to buy that
Oh.
bloody permit.
And
So he
is
kind
that
of
still the case?
yeah, he disappeared kind of after that, and it's pretty sad.
Hmm.
But that was, I guess, part of the beginning of like what I love about the internet, because it's like you can find people and be like, hey, I like your product, let's talk and be friends and stuff, right? So he
Yeah.
was kind
Yeah.
of the first for me that was like that, and he was very kind of picky about everything. Yeah, like
Nice.
he would know if like the Gemku flight controllers, like the cheap ones and whatever. Like I was fine flying all that stuff, but then like he'd be like kind of crazy about it. Like he's like, I can't fly it. There's these jitters and stuff. I don't even know. Like I don't even notice. So, but he was just so insane with like his tuning and the way that he was. So I found it interesting because I feel like the big problem on the market is just companies designing drones to put electronics in, but not actually caring about the pilots, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I get. Yeah. Let me get.
It's not a ceiling fan, it's actually a light. Can you see it?
What happened with the ceiling fan? Or what
No,
happened with the
no.
light?
He thinks I got a ceiling fan, but I have this like weird light. So it's like, yeah, it's just a light.
Oh.
Yeah. I try to land on it sometimes.
Ah. But yeah, what you said about caring about pilots, I think you're right. There sometimes it feels like when there's a new product from whatever company, it's like, here is our new flight controller. Good luck. And then it's like, okay, but why a new flight controller, and what did you change? And yeah, I like that's also what I like about the KISS Ultra project, for instance. There goes a lot of thoughts into it, and yeah, it's just super interesting to hear about that, and that also makes you excited to try things.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think generally most parts I use are from people that or companies that are a bit more concerned with the users. Yes, of course you could say DJI, but how concerned are they with their users?
No, they don't
But
give
I
a
think
crap
from
about it.
no, don't give a crap. But like with the frame and the mode, I'm now using the Blackbird motors from Damien. It's I just
Access. Oh, he left Access Flying because they were screwing him over.
no, he's
Oh
still with Access
no,
Flying.
Blackbird. I thought you were talking about Deep Space. Sorry, that's Deep Space. No,
Deep Space,
I
yeah.
know Blackbird.
Yeah.
Blackbird also. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I have to admit, I thought it will be just another motor, but a lot of people said, yeah, you really have to try it. It has something different, and yeah, maybe it's placebo or something, but it's super nice. It's like it's all yeah. How do I explain?
It just feels nice. You like it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I like it.
Well, it's the
It's
V4, so
smooth.
he has been multiple. He has been making motors over the years, and his goal always is to make it. You have sorry, I have to look for the English words.
You have to make it better, improve. I don't know.
No,
Upgrade.
it wants the more resolution down below, so at lower throttle,
Okay.
but with a lot of speed and power in the top range. So like it's like a curve, and of course you can do that in Betaflight as well. You can set a curve or in your radio, but there's some way he managed to do it with the motor, and it's really nice, and it's so you have a lot of control, but it's also super fast. It's really nice. Yeah.
Do you like Jacuzzi?
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah, because he
cool
flies. He
videos.
flies those. He flies the
Yeah,
Blackbird.
yeah.
He's such a. I love watching all his videos.
Yeah, super goofy. I like his videos. Yeah, good vibes always.
My sexy fiance.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yourself, do you fly 5 inches at all, or is it just impossible in the city? Because 3.5 inch in my head sounds still pretty big in the city.
I'll show you something. Oh, okay. So for me, I'm kind of like, if I make something, I want to make something kind of unique, right? I'm like, there's so many 5 inches out there, and I actually really like pushers. So I wanted to make a 5-inch pusher for freestyle. So I call it Le Push.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
so it's
And can you explain why? I never heard about. Yeah, I know what a pusher is, but
yeah.
what is the difference?
So I'll
In
tell you
feeling?
like well, for instance, lots of people, every Cine pilot flies a pusher, right?
Oh, yeah.
It, and if you try and freestyle them, it's usually not as good because it's also too top heavy because they have a big battery on top. So, and they have ducts. So as it's falling down, the battery pulls them forward. So it can kind of spin out. But what's neat about having a pusher is that, well, like you can't kind of recover after crashes. That's one of the problems. So don't crash. But I mostly fly sub 250, and sub 250 in a crash, lots of the time you can't turtle anyways. So it doesn't make a big difference to me. But for
Can you
instance,
explain? What do you mean? What you can turtle?
oh, because the grass, like there's grass. If a 3.5 falls in the grass, it's hard to turtle it. Lots of time it gets stuck. The grass will stop the motors. Whereas with a 5-inch, you can turtle and keep going, right? Um, but I kind of like I'm not doing really crazy tricks all the time. I'm doing more, I'd say, more cinematic freestyle, I guess, because I'm downtown diving buildings, so I can't take risks. So I'm always kind of flying within my limits, right? I'm not really trying to pass those limits because I don't want to crash and land on a pedestrian, right? And I'm 5-inch, you can't really fly. Like I can't fly a 5-inch downtown. But the neat thing with this is that all the weight of the drone is underneath it, right? And then the battery's on top. So it kind of balances out the weight. And then when you put the, if you put an action cam here, then you get no props in view. Because if the props are flipped over, you get tons of props in view. But this way, you can have a low angle and get all the props out of view. And it's really like this is super light. Like lots of freestyle rigs are 600 grams to 800 grams. This is like 280 grams.
Wow.
So it's just it's a rocket, and then you can use a smaller battery. So instead of using a 1500, I can fly this with like an 850 6S, and it's just like a rocket. So it's got like that crazy power. But the whole idea with this was actually I kind of canceled this. I just fly it myself because it's all a monoplate. So if you crack an arm, it's done. So it's like it flies super well. It's super light, but on a whole plate of carbon, I can only make 5 of these. So it's actually really expensive. So it's more expensive to make one of these. Whereas I think on a plate of carbon with replaceable arms, I can make about close to 20. So it's like 5 versus 20. So I just kind of had that personally. But I really like the idea of kind of making a good frame where you can have tons of variations. So like that one's a pusher. This is the exact same frame.
Okay. Oh
And
wow.
then, yeah, and then this is a racer.
Cool.
And it protects the motors really well. The bumpers.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
having those bumpers and everything, this is like the top racers have even lighter frames, but this is kind of the perfect race trainer because it's still super light and it can take a beating, and it's got all that motor protection. Because the top racers have no motor protection, and if you're sponsored and you're getting like 50 motors a year, smash the crap out of it. But if you're me, the first time you fly it and there's no motor protection, my front right motor, I'll always hit my front right motor. Do you have that? Like, is there one part that you always seem to hit?
Ooh. No. I never really looked at it actually. One time I counted my props to see what side but I actually forgot. I know there's one side I replaced the most, but I forgot which one it is.
Yeah, I always hit, but I also like turning right more. You know, you have your side where it's like you start doing all the flips to the
Yeah,
right, and it's like you got to start throwing in the left, throwing the left to get used to it.
Yeah.
The what's happening? What's happening? My phone, is it getting hot? I don't know. Oh, one sec. The sun is like right on my phone, and I think it's getting hot. Okay, there we go. There goes our sunlight. Where was it? So I have like a prototype actually now where I'm working on a 5, but I'll actually get it probably today. I cut the carbon and everything, but because what happened with this one was it was so tight that I didn't have enough space to put an action cam there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's super tight. So I started messing around with this one, but it has battery strap holders so you can put them underneath or on top, so that you could build like a racer or you could build like a freestyle. That's like the 04 Pro.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's and the way that the arms meet each other, there's a print, there's a circular print inside. So it's going to be in PBA or TPU, where so there's like a circle going all the way around, and all the arms like they cup the circle, and then
Okay.
when they go against each other, there's no carbon rubbing against carbon.
Smart.
Because yeah, like I looked at Ox Plume's design and I tried to do that originally, but he has the inside screwed in so it works. But if you have carbon meeting carbon in the middle, there's that the impact hits. So with this, it's kind of like the ring inside is going to absorb everything, and I'll have to see how it works, right? Because it might work, it might not. But that's the joy
Yeah.
of kind of making things. But I think that when all the impact hits a rubber circle, it spreads. I like circles. I'm like the circle spreads the impact. The same thing.
Yeah.
I make this frame just bigger than the stator of the motor, and then with the bumper on it, it hits the bumper, and the frame, because it doesn't have a point, it absorbs all the impact. So I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
like that circles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting that at some point all the frames started to look the same because was it the Apex that made
Yeah.
it so a lot of frames are designed around it, and it's I feel like now I'm seeing more frames doing different stuff, like the what's it called with the is it the era frame from its
Yeah, there's
FPV?
the era. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also it sounds like a bit. I believe it also has some things you are saying with different way of distributing the impact and
Yeah, most frames, my problem with them is they're so long. So it's just because they're so long, it's like flying a coffin, or I call it a school bus. Like they have that big middle. So the tighter you get it, the better your spinning and gravity will be.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and also your motors, right? So if your arms are long, it's gonna be easier to have more vibrations. But if your arms are basically like if you look at the motor, like you see how close the propeller is to the frame.
yeah, yeah,
So I made it like as tight as possible, because lots of them will be like 5 to 10 millimeters longer than that. And then as you have the motors further away from the body of the frame, you are going to have more vibrations and resonance and
yeah,
whatever. At the same time, I think people get too caught up with that kind of because of Chris Rosser, but because he'll make that a big thing. But to me, if you have a drone that has, let's say, no resonance and it weighs 200 grams more than a frame that has maybe a little bit, those 200 grams matter a lot more than the resonance. Like the weight matters more because more weight will cause more resonance also, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
so as you make it lighter, you get more agility, you get more performance out of it. So would you rather fly a brick that has no resonance, or fly something that's more like, yes,
yeah,
like
yeah,
light? It just does what you want it. And so if you get something that flies super well with a really nice tune, you're gonna fly better. So it's kind of like if I have to choose between something that maybe is a bit more fragile but flies better versus something that's like a tank that you have to deal with the momentum. It's like choosing a Mazda Miata or a Mustang. And it's
yeah,
like a Mustang is good. Like it's fun to take off, but you take that Mustang to the windy roads and you're going to like the Miata a lot more. But then the Miata is not going to be as fun to just, you know?
yeah,
And
exactly.
even with sports like motorcycles, people say it's easy to go fast. Like there's no skill really in going fast. All the skill is in like that low throttle control. So it's fun to take a drone. It's fun to take a drone and just blast it to the sky. That's fun. But after a while, it's the agility and stuff that you'll enjoy and appreciate a lot more. And I think that it's not appreciated or thought about as much as it maybe should be.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just I like to fly. I like to fly. My current frames are around, or my builds are around 650 grams, I guess. Um, and there's a lot of discussion on of if for freestyle heavier is better or not. Of course, it's also a bit personal, but a lot of
Oh yeah.
people say they like to fly more heavy because you have more momentum. But like you said, on the other
It's
hand, you also have to drive the pitch higher to get the same performance. So you will have, yeah, I it's
it's a battle, but the thing is that people often don't understand why they're having that battle. And what you have to understand is before FPV was only 5 inch. It was only these huge heavy setups. So people got used to that. And because they got used to that, that's what they like. So you give them something light and they don't get used to it. Unless, for instance, you take a freestyle pilot that likes a big heavy setup, get them into racing. You let them try racing with that big setup, and they're going to be all over the place. It's going to be horrible. Like it's a horrible experience to be racing with something so heavy. But then, so it's like there's racers and there's freestyle pilots. But if you get into racing and you start understanding that and the control, and then you're able to take that to freestyle, you end up enjoying freestyle way more. But it's hard to actually, it's hard to, once you've gone that way, like you get yourself a light race drone and just rip that around and get used to the control that you have. It's hard to then go back to such a loose way because freestyle is really kind of loose and then racing is really tight. So
Yeah.
I suck at racing. Okay. And I'm not the best freestyle pilot, but I am a good designer because I kind of obsess over those things. And in the same way, I'll show you one other. Like when there's also like we have to be able to be willing to be open to trying different things, right? Like I'm always like I want to be proven wrong. Like I'm like if you got something, show it to me or I'll try it. And my buddy got a 5-inch for a race, but then he didn't end up coming, so he gave it to me. And it's an ultralight 5-inch. And when I saw this thing, I'm like, it's too light, man. It's just gonna break. This thing weighs, I don't know. Let me just check what it weighs. Ah. So this thing weighs, oh, wait, the ounces. Where do I put the type? Grams. Okay, this thing weighs 172 grams, right?
172. Wow.
172 grams. So I took this thing to the, and you know what I did? It didn't have, it's called the Pyro Drone Ultralight, and it didn't have any protection. So the first thing I did is I designed my bumpers for it because it kind of has these two spokes that go out, 2 points. So I
Yeah.
made it, I made my round protectors for it. And then I flew it at the park with a 656S. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, it's so quiet. It doesn't sound like a 5-inch. Like, it makes the noise of a 3-inch. It flies forever. And it's like, it was so bloody enjoyable. And I kind of like, I hated it.
How much kV does it run?
This is 2150.
Wow.
Yeah. So then I'm like, damn it. Like I actually got mad at myself because I'm like, I like this more than I should. Right? So now I'm gonna have basically the version that has the 2207s, but then I'm gonna make other arms for the lighter motors. Because the biggest thing the only reason I even started flying 5-inch was because I wanted to do races and I wanted to use the props. Because there's so many 5-inch props. There's so many different props. I'm like, I want to try these props. So these are kind of like the smallest motors. These are like 2004s. So these are like the smallest motors that you can have like the 5-inch props on. So you can build something nice and light and still be able to experiment with props. I don't know, what are your favorite props?
I have to admit the props I choose is mainly because of money, but I'm currently using the what's it called? The T-Hobby P49436. it's like 4.9 inch with a 4.3 pitch. And they are, I will get one sec.
Show me the props. Show me the props.
And they are very light, but they are super
Flexy.
flexy, and they when you hit a branch, it's gone. It's so that's so I just ordered some different props to try out, also 4.9, but a bit thicker. So I hope it's a bit more durable. But they are very nice. These are very good propers handling because they are only like 3.3 grams instead of this is what is it 4 grams or what is the usual weight for props. But they are very responsive. But
try the proxies sometime. I love the proxies.
Is it the 5.1 inch, right? Yeah,
I think so. But the two that I really like, I haven't tried. I want to try the S-Bang ones. I want to try Farouk's because they're pretty good. I hear that they're good. But my two main ones are the MCK race ones. They're HQ. He has like race props, and I really like the proxies. They have like they're kind of lighter too, and they have like a higher pitch, and they have really good just grip.
Yeah, I like high pitch props. So I feel it's
I think
at some point
2
I
or
had the
2.5.
like everyone I had the peanut butter jelly props in the what
Yep.
is it 5.1 and then 3-inch pitch or something, and it's super durable. And then I switched back to the HQ prop, the V2S, which is 4.3 inch pitch, and they are so so much grip. That's really nice. That's what I really like. So I tend to be at the higher end of the pitch range.
But you see, also, if your build was light, lower pitch would perform similarly, right? But because it's
Yeah,
heavier,
yeah,
the higher
yeah,
pitch gives you more torque and whatever.
yeah.
Okay, was there anything that you wanted to talk about or ask or anything?
Mm,
Because you thought about this more than I did. Oh.
oh, is it? Yeah. Yeah, I was afraid that I would completely black out because I have to think in English, but it's going fine so far, I guess. No,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, yeah, it's just interesting. I was just thinking that the fact that it's so hard to find or hard, like
Yeah.
you said, you told me about that
Difficult, hard.
creator. How is it possible that so many creators get? Yeah, it's. I wish there was a better way to find other pilots or other creators. And I trying to go on Instagram, for instance, and on Facebook, and I deleted it years ago. And then someone told me, no, you have to go back to Instagram, and you will find a lot of pilots. But there are definitely a lot of pilots on Instagram, but it's so, or it's because I'm old, but it's so much chaos
Hey
on Instagram.
guys. Yeah, no, Facebook
It's
is terrible too, but like for instance, okay, UAV Features made an app called DIY FPV, and it's
DIY.
actually really good. It's really good for connecting. Like you can find other people that fly near you and connect with them.
Oh, nice.
So check that out. It's UAV Features, right?
Yeah, you
You
did
had
an
to.
episode with him as well.
Stewie. Yeah. So check out his stuff. He has that site. So make an account on that site, and then you can connect with more pilots.
All right.
I already forgot my login, so I'm just like, I hate bloody logging into crap all the time. That's like I'm just let me just stay on it, right? Like I hate being logged out. I'm like I have a million passwords on every single stupid thing, and then
But your you said you find a lot of pilots through the videos from Patrick. Are there any other ways you
people that I watch there.
Yeah.
Because I put out a lot of content and like make frames and stuff, a lot of people also reach out to me. So I got a good situation where people will reach out to me, but I have a hair salon, a snake breeding business, and the drones and a child. So my life is like torn. So it's like every day I don't have enough time to do anything. So it's just like the idea of going out for a day to fly, like it doesn't excite me. Like it's kind of like, oh. But I got a buddy that's starting to do the drift cars and stuff. So I'm hoping that this summer we get to do that together. Like that, I'd be able to like go out for a day. But just the idea of going to a park with people and just flying all day, it just kind of like bores me. But I would like let's say you were gonna come to Toronto for a weekend and rent an Airbnb, or like let's say we got like 5 guys. We rent an Airbnb. It'd probably be better just 3. 3 good guys. We rent an Airbnb and like we go and we hit the top 10 buildings in Toronto and like just rip them like all night. Like maybe golden hour, we rip the CN Tower. We just rip all night in the summer, like just an all-nighter, okay? Just Red Bulls and ripping like all night. We fly the CN Tower till they kick us out. And then in the morning, we fly again as the sun is going up, the CN Tower. So it's like it starts with the CN Tower, it ends with the CN Tower, and then we go and crash, just like a night rip with like 3 guys that are just ready to go. Like that to me is like a dream scenario, and I would do
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
sounds
know.
good.
Okay, now with your channel, let's talk about that too. Like just toxicity or whatever. Do you find like people being mean to you ever, or like does that get to you ever, or like how's that feel?
Well, I think every once in a while, I do have it every once in a while because and it's pretty weird because basically my videos aren't really like reviews or I'm really stating the truth. I'm just trying stuff and then people disagree, but sometimes they get very emotional, or it
Passion.
seems they react very emotional. For instance, I did a video with the SMC lipo, it's a very good lipo against the CNHL one. And well, from my experience, I didn't notice for my kind of flying, I didn't feel a big difference. But they are quite a bit more expensive to buy. So that's literally what I say in the video. And I got
Yeah.
all these comments, people saying this guy is sponsored by CNHL, or he makes it SMC look bad. And I think that's mainly. And every once in a while, someone says I'm a tryhard, or another
Well, it's
YouTuber
good
that
that you're trying. You should try. You should try.
or someone saying that I should talk that much but fly more, or should start vlogging when I can actually fly. Those kind of comments. But sometimes I wonder if it's even real or just someone, or a bot, or someone that is just having a bad day. I don't know, but it usually doesn't really get to me. What does get to me in a way is sometimes I'm too conscious about what I'm saying. For instance, this is simple. Like I joked a bit about it when I told you about what kind of firmware you fly. That people are a bit can get very passionate about Betaflight or Ultra, and I personally I like to avoid those kind of discussions. So sometimes I feel like I'm biting my tongue and not say too much about it. But I wish I think on the other hand, it doesn't make sense to really uh, hold back on that, I guess.
No, you shouldn't. If
No,
you
no,
you
of course.
can't
But I
please
mean,
everyone, right?
after
You
all, it's
can't please everyone.
it's just a hobby. But
Yeah, and it's how you feel, right? If that's how
yeah,
you feel,
yeah,
that's true. You have to stay true, and just like I'm making a video eventually about like sponsorships and like getting brand deals or whatever, because it's just that guy I told you, Momo. He
yeah,
just made a video about 3 drones he got off Temu, and to me, oh, it'd be sick to get money to do things, right? But if like a company recently reached out to me too, made me sign an NDA, and wanted me to sign an NDA, and I read the contract, and it basically told me I'm going to have to read scripts.
oh,
And so then I didn't. I said I'm sorry. I'm not going to read a script. Like I won't review. I won't do something unless I can be honest about it, right? And if you get a product like I think that more important than the products you can get are all the products you turn down. Because if you don't like something, then don't touch it. Because that keeps your integrity, right? Like that's
yeah,
integrity, and
yeah,
like once you lose that, you can't get it back. And it would be nice to get money to do those things, but if you're getting people to buy things that are not good, like it's the start of that's becoming like a shill, right? But
yeah,
at the
yeah,
same time, some people talk about affiliate links. Everyone should have affiliate links. There's nothing wrong with promoting the products that you use and getting 3% from every sale, because you're not really benefiting. It's the company that's
yeah,
really benefiting. But you
yeah,
should be picky about who you're going to do that with, right? To me, that's the difference. Like there's nothing wrong with being able to get something for recommending something good.
no, no, you're right.
The
Yeah,
problem is when you recommend everything. Like I don't even want to review anything unless I can use those parts after. If those parts are not good enough for me to use after, then what's the point, right? Like
yeah.
you're not getting anything. And
I
even if
I
the products, yeah.
I
Go
had
for it.
some brands reaching out asking if I wanted to try stuff, and until now I've been turning down everything because I just couldn't find or come up with a way how I could integrate it in my content in a way that it's not like for instance, someone asked, "Do you want to try our motor?" And then they send you their motor, and then I don't feel like I'm going. Oh, I have a 2207 motor, and it's so smooth. It's the best one I've ever used. That's basically what I'm always seeing.
Well, what you have to do though, you have to fly it like that for motors. It's like it's weird because it's like you almost have to say like, okay, like I need to fly it for. You have to tell them like I need to be able to fly it for a certain amount of time, because that way you can compare it to what you already have. Like you found you like the Blackbirds, then you can promote that because you like it. But you don't really want to promote something that you haven't really tried. Like when people do unboxing videos for a new product, that's cool. But for me, I'm like, when you've unboxed it, what do you know about it? Nothing. But it's like it's new, so then it's going to hit, so you're going to do better on the algorithm. But I think reviews are so much better if you're like, okay, a year later, I've bashed the crap out of these. I've flown these. The other ones that I didn't experience them. They broke. They got grabby. The motor magnets started grabbing. But I've been flying these for a year, and I have to say, these are my favorite. These are my go-to. There might be something better, but I've tried these and they've been good.
Yeah. The whole sponsor thing in FPV is also I found it a bit confusing sometimes, or confusing.
Because they give you crap, they don't pay you.
Well, they give you crap, but I'm not sure if let's say I'm looking for I pay for everything myself, and I'm looking for the best frame. Do I ask someone who gets sponsored, who get it for free, or do I ask someone who actually pays for his stuff what he is using? Because I think I get rather advice from someone who spends his own money than someone who can break the frame and get the free stuff the next day. And I feel that, and
for that, you gotta, to me, I look at the performance, like, because you can't hide a bad like thing, right? Mind you, there's good pilots that can make anything look good. But the other thing, for instance, like Farouk flies the Vega frame. I've always wanted to like fly a Vega frame, but I never really did it, right? Or I don't know. I'm very caught up also in aesthetics. So I don't like what it looks like. I don't want to touch it. Like I'm just like, no.
yeah,
I need to look at it and get turned on a bit, Like
I understand.
I love the way the Vega frames look. I've never flown one. I love the way the Pirate frames, they look really good. I think the Vanover frame looks pretty good. I like that whole toilet tank thing too. And then, like for instance, the Impulse R3 C frames, they seem solid, but I had a 3-inch one, and it was just too heavy. I just like it was good for like steadiness, like it was really steady, but it was too heavy for me. I think that what's his name, Jacuzzi, has been beating the crap out of his Luma. Like he shows us, like he cracked the arm like after a year. Like if you've been bashing around that thing for a year and then you broke an arm, hey, that's still good. Or Sync, you've seen Sync FPV. So when I saw Sync FPV release the Superfly, that's a frame lots of people have.
Yeah.
But when he came out with the new Superfly and it was like the neon pink and neon blue, that was part of what like I was like, where was it? I was just when I saw that frame, I was just like, it's so beautiful, it's so colorful, and I'm like in the sub 250 category. Like we don't have a lot of, because this was back in the day. Now there's a lot of sub 250, but before there was like the Baby Hawk. I don't know if you remember the Baby Hawk, Emax Baby Hawk. So that was one of the like first super popular sub 250s. There was a Tadpole, Armaton, but like it was like this, and there's no protection. So I was breaking like at least 10 frames a year. So that when I saw the Sync FPV Superfly, then I started doing. Like, I'm like, okay, so I got my sub 250 drone, and it's got all the, like, it's like a mini 5-inch. It has the color, it has the accessories. So then that was my goal. I want to take the 5-inch and make it like a tiny thing that I can bash around and look pretty. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, but like I said, it's just something that happens as soon as you hit a certain amount of subscribers. You get those messages from other brands, and I haven't really found a way to make it work with the channel. So, but I'm just thinking what you said, that you can't really hide bad stuff. So,
But if you want it, take it. Like if you that's the thing. If you see it and they offer you something, you're like, yeah, I like that. Just take it and don't feel bad.
yeah, most
But
people
if you
do.
if you don't like it, say no. I've been offered bloody drift cars. I'm like, I'm not gonna drive some stupid drift car. Like if you can use it, don't feel bad, right? And it can be as simple as you just show it. You know, hey, I'm flying these now. Check them out. Yay!
Yeah.
And then here's the thing: if you don't really, if you try them and you're not amazed with them, you can just make a video that basically says that, and then they're not going to offer you stuff anymore, so it's not a problem, right?
Makes sense. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Are you done now? Do you have to go, or do you got more time?
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, I'm about. I had a little buffer, but I have to be off at 45 max. So in 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. So we got 10 minutes. So what do you want to talk about? Anything you want?
Well, um,
We did good. We talked about a lot of stuff.
yeah, we touched a lot. Do you sometimes wish there was some more like a platform where, you told me about DIY FPV, but back in the day we used to have those message boards, when you go on the internet.
Forums. Yeah.
Forums, exactly. And
Reddit. There's still Reddit.
oh, Reddit. Yeah, is there a FPV? Is there
Yeah.
active? Okay,
I'm banned.
okay.
I'm not allowed on it, but
Oh. That's something I feel it's so the community feels so scattered sometimes, with all those. Here's Discord, and then there's Facebook, and then there's a Sbang group, and there's a Bando group, and yeah, I think it would be nice if there was more like one place to go, and then where everybody hangs out.
yeah. They're on Facebook. There's a lot of groups. There's like FPV Life. That's probably the big one. So make sure you're on the Facebook groups. But see, for me, I wish that we had that with kind of creators. Like I'm in Toronto, and I'm like, I wish I could find creators, because it's like, imagine you find, like, for instance, in Toronto, there's people that climb up skyscrapers or whatever. Or they go up buildings and they sneak on the roofs. I'd love to like be with my drone filming that. Or there's someone doing some sort of acrobatics, like they're doing the things with the silks, or they're doing flame stuff. Like I'd love to just find more artistic people in my city and just be able to start filming that kind of stuff. I've been also thinking about just going to businesses one by one and just being like, hey, I want to shoot your shop to make you a little commercial. This one's free. Later on, if you want to make more content, you have my contact. I might actually like just do like every business in Toronto that I could do during the summer to just start being able to get more gigs doing something fun, right? It's like just a place where creative people could kind of meet up. Like I thought also, like imagine, you know how you have a gym membership? And lots of people have a gym membership and they don't even go and they don't pay for it. Like they pay for it and they don't go. I was like, imagine we had a giant coffee shop, but it's a membership. So you pay a monthly fee, and now you don't ever have to buy the coffee every day. You just go into this place, you pick up your coffee, and you hang out with people. Like, wouldn't that be cool? Like, wouldn't you pay $50 to have a coffee every day and just know that this place is specifically meant for people to just hey, because we've lost that, with the internet, it's like we're all connected more than ever, but we're missing this, and it's just like, look how nice it is to just talk to a stranger for an hour. Like I love that. And it's just, now I feel like we're friends now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I see you. It's like, hey, Remy, how's it going? It'd just be nice to have more of that. So, and with the negative comments and whatever, as soon as you see that, be happy. Turn it into a psychological thing where it's like, because if someone likes your videos and they see it and they don't say anything, it doesn't help you. But if somebody,
I saw your comment
yeah,
on the guy's video about being toxic, the
oh, you
toxic
saw that
community.
guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, the
that it
moment you
helps your
see that,
channel. Yeah.
think of that. So that's the next guy I want to talk to, right? But I'm like, think of it like a gift. Like, oh man, I'm gonna get engagement out of this guy, and I'm gonna try and get him like mad. I'm gonna try and get him to keep going. I'm not gonna be rude. You never really be rude or that mean, but you kind of just ask them a question or like get them to. Because for me, I love whenever you see those negative comments or someone telling you something. Look at their channel. How many subscribers do they have? They have 8, and cute cat videos or something. What I mean, like they almost never come from someone big.
No, well, totally right. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Except, like, damn it, Joshua Bardwell made a comment on it. I did a video with actually this drone where I flew it following a car, and then I came in through the sunroof at the end, and I named the video like HD Zero Penetration or something. And I'm like, Joshua Bartwell has never commented on any of my videos, and then the one one he bloody comments on, oh, that's dangerous and unsafe. And I'm just like, damn you, Josh. Damn you. I'm like, of course you wanted the one with deep penetrations, didn't you? That's what it takes to excite you. But you'll notice actually with him too, if you say something nice, he'll almost never respond. But if you say something mean to him or nasty, that's how you get a response. It's like that'll get him going. So it's kind of a little bit funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Are you going to get your kid? Or what do you got to do?
They are knocking on the door right now because they're coming back from well, not from school, but they were playing with friends, and now I heard them knocking at the door.
Okay, yeah. I told my daughter I'll make a snowman with her today. So every year we either make an igloo or a snowman.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so it's like that's what I get to do later today. We're gonna make a giant snowman in the front yard. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have snow right now. We had snow the beginning of January, but overall in the Netherlands we generally don't have really much snow in the winter.
No
it's just
snow? It sounds like a cold place.
Yeah, but I think when I was a kid, we had more snow, but now it's maybe one week in the winter, and for the rest it's just it's freezing, but it's not like it's mainly raining, and sometimes it's freezing with sun, but we don't have a lot of snow.
Well, Remy, pleasure to meet you. Get to your family.
Likewise.
And we're friends now. So yeah, feel free to message me, talk to me, ask me anything, anytime, okay?
I will. Thanks for having me, and
yeah,
let's stay in contact.
It was a pleasure. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait. Also, everyone subscribe to Remy, okay? He should be his channel. Yeah.
Sorry?
I said everyone needs to subscribe to you, okay? I'll have his channel in the description, and you'll see like it was created by both of us together, so you'll be able to subscribe to him easily. Okay? Have a good one.
Super nice. Thank you. Bye-bye.